Why would someone smile after being insulted in front of a crowd? How can a terrible act vanish without a single word of forgiveness? Is it possible to truly forgive when the one who did wrong no longer exists? Today, you're going to hear a story that may forever change the way you think about anger, forgiveness, and awakening. This story doesn't begin with peace. It begins with rage. A wealthy businessman, was furious. His children had been spending time with a monk instead of helping with the family business. In his eyes, sitting beside a man who said nothing for hours with his eyes closed was a complete waste of time. He believed they should be working, earning, securing their future, not meditating in silence. So he stormed into the Buddha's assembly with a burning heart, determined to confront this so-called spiritual leader who, in his view, was stealing time and productivity from his family. With clenched fists and fury in his step, he marched toward the Buddha. But as he approached, something strange happened. All his thoughts disappeared. He was trembling. Words failed him. The rage, however, did not leave. Unable to speak, he did something unthinkable. He spat in the Buddha's face. The crowd gasped in silence. The Buddha's disciples were enraged, ready to leap forward in defense. But something in the Buddha's presence held them still. It was as if time stopped. No one moved. No one shouted. The Buddha simply smiled. No reaction, no judgment, just a quiet, radiant smile. The businessman was stunned. He had expected retaliation, anger, humiliation, but nothing happened. No one scolded him, no one chased him away. Confused and shaken, he turned and walked away. But the image of the Buddha's smile burned in his mind like a flame in the dark. That night, he couldn't sleep. He tossed and turned, haunted by the stillness in that smile. His body trembled. His soul stirred. Never in his life had he met someone who responded to hatred with such serene grace. Something inside him shattered. The next morning, overwhelmed and humbled, he returned. Gone was the anger. Gone was the arrogance. He fell at the Buddha's feet, whispering with tears in his voice, "Please forgive me. I didn't know what I was doing." To this, the Buddha replied gently, "I cannot forgive you." The disciples were stunned. Their compassionate teacher, who had embraced murderers, outcasts, and thieves, was now refusing forgiveness? The Buddha looked around and saw their confusion, then explained, "Why should I forgive you when you have done nothing wrong? The man who spat on me is no longer here, and the man who stands before me now is someone else entirely. If I ever meet that other man again, I'll tell him he's forgiven. But you, here and now, you have done nothing wrong." Tears fell from the businessman's eyes, and the disciples began to understand. True forgiveness is not something you grant to someone's past. It is a recognition of their transformation. When someone truly repents, they are no longer the same person. If you constantly remind someone of their past mistakes, using guilt as a chain, then you haven't truly forgiven them. Guilt itself is already a powerful punishment. But real forgiveness is when no punishment is needed. No guilt is imposed. Only understanding remains. So ask yourself, are you still angry at someone who has already changed? Are you punishing yourself for a version of you that no longer exists? Let go. Let compassion flow, not only to others, but to yourself. If this story touched something within you, share it. Someone out there needs to hear it too. This is GoldenBellDharma, where stories are not just told, but lived. Subscribe, share, and join us on this path of wisdom and transformation. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha.